Okay.
Okay.
So today I'll not go and start writing any program. I'll just give you a basic overview of what I'll be teaching you. Okay, this is the
Okay.
basic overview. So any programming language you take, the first thing that you learn is the basics, right? It's the
Yes.
first the basics, right? So even in
Yes.
ABAP, we will start with the basics. You might have already encountered all these keywords. Okay, anyways, let's begin with the basics. So we will learn how to declare data types, right? So what is a data type? What type of data a variable is holding, whether is it character, number, string, right? You might
Okay.
have you seen the data keyword that is being
Yes.
used a
Yes.
lot? Yeah, so that
Yes.
is where we learn the basic keywords, okay? Like the right statement, the various ways. So basically we will learn the syntaxes in the basic uh, initial 2 3 classes, okay? Complete basics.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so once we are done with that basic simple programs to just understand how you declare them, how we declare the length and all that stuff. Once we are done with the basics, we move to data dictionary. All these come under the basic part, okay? So once we are done
Okay.
with this, we move to data dictionary. So what is do we learn under data dictionary?
Like internal tables.
Does data dictionary have internal tables?
So no, sorry, you're asking me. Okay.
Yeah, data dictionary, we learned the tables, right? We learned how to create the Z tables. We learned the complete SC11 screen, like how to create tables, foreign keys, primary keys, the views, the structures, okay? What you have in
Okay.
SC11 is that what we learn under the data dictionary part, right?
Oh.
So once,
Okay.
okay, so we need to learn all those stuff in SC11. Complete SC11 is what we learn. So we have data in S11. How do you fetch this data from the ABAP programs? How do we fetch this data?
Uh, through through
Uh,
tables.
Through tables, yeah. Like how do you connect to the table from your programs? Or how do you fetch these data? You write
I mean,
SQL
you
statements.
write a from statement or something like that.
Yeah, select statements. You might have seen select
Yes.
statements, right?
Yes.
So in say ABAP, you have around 6 select statements. Okay,
Okay.
so that is what we will be learning under OpenSQL, like how to use it, when to use it, if you have a foreign key relationship, which type of select you use, how to fetch data from single data, say tables, how to fetch data from multiple tables, what if there is no common fields, like that. Various ways in which you can write a select statement. Okay, so there are around 6 select statements that we have in OpenSQL. Okay, so you
Okay.
have data in dictionary, you write the SQL statements to fetch the data. So now after you fetch this data, you have to store it somewhere, right? You have to store it somewhere. That would be your internal tables. Correct?
Okay.
So basically, so what is the difference, or can you tell me the difference, like what is the basic difference between an internal table and a database table?
Database
Yes.
table is where you fetch the data from on existing tables,
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
internal table is you bring in the data and store in the internal table, and you use it for filtering the required data out of it.
Yeah, you're telling the property, like what is the difference basically?
In, I have no idea. Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So internal table data will be replaced
Uh-huh.
continuously whenever you
Yes.
the query.
Yes. So data in dictionary tables are static, right? If you're creating a
Yes.
table, it will exist, right? Even if you close S11 and come out of the server, it is there.
Mm-hmm.
Internal tables, it will end when the program ends. It's a dynamic
Okay.
variable, correct? It's a dynamic
Yes.
variable. The memory is erased or it can be replaced. It can be
Yes. Yes.
replaced like that. So the data is table is static and internal table data is dynamic. Okay, so
Okay.
got the major like this one, you have data in dictionary, you fetch the data using SQL statements, put it into the internal tables, and from these internal tables you use these basic statements to display the data by using the loop and loop. Correct? So that is how it
Okay.
works. I just told you in 5 minutes. These three topics will take around 8 hours to completely learn about them. Okay?
Okay.
It will
Okay.
take such time to learn these three, the most important topics in ABAP. Dictionary, internal
Okay.
tables, and SQL. You got a basic idea, no, what they are doing now, right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
so along with this, we will learn something about messages. Then in something there is called as module pool where you design screens. I didn't put everything on the slide. So the first half of your course, you are just learning the language, ABAP language. So is that enough for you to be an ABAP consultant? No. With this knowledge, you have to learn the second half of the course, which is your rise of components. So this is what you might have actually encountered, right? So the point is to do all these rise of components, what do you need? You need ABAP. So that is
Okay.
what we are learning first. Okay, the language, the internal table, data dictionary, all that comes under the language part. Okay, the development
Okay.
using all that, these comes under the development part, the reports, interfaces, conversions, enhancements, and forms. So out of these five, which are you familiar with? Any, like, at least some basic knowledge. Which are you
Enhancements
familiar? Okay, you're familiar with enhancements. Okay, then
and reports.
and reports. So what type of reports have you created?
Z reports. Most of them custom Z reports.
Uh-huh.
I worked a lot on queries, SAP query, SQUI.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically in the reports we have events. Have you come across that?
Yes. An event will be triggered, then
Ah,
that an event,
yeah,
and
there are
another
around 10
output is triggered.
yeah, output will be triggered. If you click a button, something will happen. That all that stuff. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
there are around 10 events in reports. That is what we learned. 10 events.
An event. Okay.
There are 10 events in reports. Okay. So
Okay.
basically, like, now suppose for example, let me just show you an example. I just did it in the previous class. Just teaching events. See, these are events, okay? You might have seen this at selection screen outputs, initialization, all that stuff at selection screen, where you validate. Now, suppose you are trying to execute. You enter some data here, okay? Now, you need to validate, no, whether it's an invalid input, right? So,
Yeah.
this invalid sales order is being triggered because I have handled an event. See here. Got it?
Okay.
So that is how. See now, sales, I need a sales data. When I click document type, I need a different data. So I'm making few fields invisible, visible, active, like that. So these are all comes under the events. Okay, these are only 2-3 events. There are not 10 events. Okay, by which you can create classical reports and also interactive reports. Okay, interactive reports
Okay.
is once you get the output, you again double click, you again get a report. Then again you double click, you get a report. Like that, you can drill down also. So basically, that
Okay.
is
Okay.
okay. And under reports, you also learn about ALV reports. You have an idea,
Okay.
right? ALV reports.
Yes. LV
ABAP
report is
is.
basically, it will be
Uh,
in form of an Excel. You can just download into an Excel, right?
yeah, it has many functionalities inbuilt. Classical
Okay.
reports we don't have. We have to create those functionalities. In ALV, you can download it to an Excel. You can change the layout. You can sort it. Okay, everything is inbuilt. It will be more formatted than your normal classical reports. So under ALV reports, what are we learning? We'll be learning single ALVs, blocked ALVs. Then in ALVs also you have events. Okay. So all that.
Okay.
So reports is a very major development. So there are so many things that you have to learn under the reports part. Okay. Interfaces, you learn about business APIs, BAPIs. So we'll not be creating BAPIs, we'll be using BAPIs. Okay, either to create an inbound program or a outbound program by keeping the file, okay, uploading the file, or you can download the data. So using an inbound BAPI, you upload the files. Using an outbound BAPI, you can download it into a file or just display it onto your report like that. Okay, so we will be using standard BAPIs. We will not be creating any BAPIs. Okay, so we'll be using standard BAPIs. So conversions, the most famous one, yeah, LSNW, functional consultants do a lot. Conversions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And
So
then
what ABAP where ABAP comes into picture, like turning the LSMW into a transaction code kind of stuff.
you can write ABAP inside LSNW also. Validations and all you can do. Okay, after data mapping step, there is a option given where you can write ABAP program. That is what I teach inside LSNW. Okay, where you do validations. Okay, for the input fields. And the ABAP part is learning the programming VDC by using the call transaction system. These are pure programming. Okay, this is data migration program, pure programming. In LSNW, what I teach is where you can fit in the ABAP code. Okay. So to validate the input fields, so that is where you write. Turning into a transaction, I teach in data dictionary, like how you can create a transaction code and all that stuff. If you want, I can teach you in LSNW also. But the priority basis will be like how to add a code in LSNW, ABAP code in LSNW, for validating the input data. Okay. So BDC is under BDC batch data communication. You have call transaction method or session method, which is pure programming. You can upload the file from the presentation server or the application server. How do you write the various codes to upload it from these? What are the different function modules you use? All that stuff you learn under the BDC concept. Okay. So that is your conversions. So under enhancements, what have you done under enhancements?
Yeah.
What type of enhancements? Validations, substitutions. Is that?
Yeah, validations or substitutions are like more of a generic ones. I've created LSMWs using BAPIs as well, BAPI IDOC processing.
Okay. So under enhancements, have you done any of these?
Yes. So yeah.
Okay, so we will see. What we will do is we will see in detail how to find an enhancement, how you write the various enhancements, what are the different types, single use baddies or multiple use baddies. So these are the different enhancement techniques available. Okay, so implicit enhancements, explicit enhancements. Okay, just to trigger the enhancements and all that stuff. How to find a enhancement, which is important, right? So that is what you learn under the enhancement concept. Okay, then the last one would be your forms, scripts and smart forms. Any idea on these? You can create such layouts.
I might can create, right? SO10 SAP script.
Yeah, SC71. In that we use SO10. Okay, which is your standard text. Okay, SC71, where you create the scripts. In that we can call SO10. Okay, so we will be creating such layouts using the scripts and smart forms, and to pull the data we will be writing driver programs. Okay, so that is your rise of components, and I also teach you the basics of object-oriented programming. Clear? So this was just like the main topics. I'll just put it onto a slide. Okay, so the first half we will be learning the language, Second half, we will be learning the rise of components. Clear? Got a basic idea,
Okay.
no? I didn't want to go and write one big program and confuse you first day itself.
No.
So we will
Yeah,
begin
got
with the basics. Okay? We will begin with the basics. Complete basics we will do, then that way we will follow. So after each topic, I have some exercises which I will be giving you after each topic. You have time, just do it. The basic.
Okay.
Okay, such exercises. Okay. Some specs I have just converted into exercises. Okay, so after each topic, you can just practice on it.
Okay.
Yeah, got an idea?
Yes.
How we will, the overview of what will be the course.
So, I mean, the debugging skills.
Yeah, debugging is a separate. I didn't put it. I will. It's a 1 day session, 1 hour session. I teach you the complete debugging techniques. What
Okay.
type of, even how to debug a pop-up window, all that stuff. Types of debugging. Okay, various ways in which you can debug. It will be 1 day session. As I told you, I didn't put, there is changed CTS, change transport system, that is there. Then there is messages or many things miscellaneous. I didn't put it. I just put the main topics here. Debugging is the most important thing if you'd ask me for an ABAP. Yeah, so that is, we first go to the debugging screen only most of the time to understand the logic of some written by someone else. Okay, yeah. So this is how it will go on. So initially I just wanted to, this is only theory I talk basically. We will go like, it will be more practical oriented. I just write down the, like basically write down the syntax and all this stuff like this in the notepad, and we do the programs in the circuit. Yeah, this one was just created 1 hour back. I was actually in a class when he was calling me. So just created today.
Okay.
Okay, it was a remote program. Yeah, it's only the half of the program. I have to continue it actually. So that is why I immediately showed you one report.
Okay.
Okay. So we will be creating this theory. This talking is only the first demo class. It will be mostly we'll be doing practicals. You can record the sessions for later use. Okay. So that will be helpful.
Okay.
Okay then, Kumar. So let's, if you are planning to attend, let the person know.
Okay.
Plan it accordingly. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.